Welcome to our channel. Today we how to set up RAID 1 on VPS block storage devices, detailed guide step by step clearly. Begin by logging into your VPS server using SSH. Use a terminal program like PuTTY or your command line. Enter your server's IP address and login credentials to connect. Once logged in, check the current disk setup by running lsblk. This command will display all block devices attached to your VPS. Identify the block storage devices you wish to use for the RAID 1 setup. For RAID 1, you'll need at least 2 identical block storage devices. If you haven't already created the block storage devices, do this in your VPS control panel. Assign each block storage device to your VPS. Back in your terminal, format each block storage device with a file system. You can use the command sudo mkfs.ext4/dev/sdx for each block device, replacing X with the appropriate identifier. After formatting, create a RAID 1 array using the mdatum tool. Install mdatum if it's not already installed, using the command sudo apt-get install mdatum. Next, create the RAID 1 array with the command sudo mdatum create verbose/dev/md0 level equals 1 RAID devices equals 2/dev. Monitor the RAID creation process with cat/proc/mstat. Once the RAID array is built, verify it by running sudo mdatum detail/dev/md0. Next, create a mount point for the RAID array using sudo mdir/mnt/raid1. Mount the RAID array to that directory by using the command sudo mount/dev/md0/mnt/raid1. To ensure the RAID array mounts automatically on boot, edit the stab file with sudo nano/etc/stab. Add the line /dev/md0/mn/raid1 extension 4 defaults 00 at the end of the stab file. Save and exit the editor by pressing Ctrl+X, then Y, and enter. Finally, remount all file systems to apply changes by running sudo mounta. Now, you have successfully set up RAID 1 on your VPS block storage devices. Make sure to regularly monitor the RAID status and health. This completes your RAID 1 setup guide on VPS block storage devices. If the page does not load, refresh the browser or try again in a private or incognito window. Make sure you are using the correct email address, then retype it carefully to avoid small typos. If your password is not accepted, use the reset option and create a new strong password you can remember. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step tech guides.